Good day to you, Ford, and everyone else. I really like a lot of what you said in your last video. Art and entertainment do not have to be mutually exclusive. You gave some great examples of that. Although I do still think motivation is key, like the why really matters. Usually. I guess not always. Some people make beautiful things by mistake. Also, great clarifications on working solo. I really like the way you characterize it as, what can I make that satisfies me? So you're not saying I want to make the equivalent of Citizen Kane. You're saying you want to make something equally compelling, equally beautiful. It's just still kind of a tall order. I think that's a very good way to think about this. Also, great question this week. I apparently have nothing but praise for you. What is my artistic ideal? What inspires me to make great things? So you like things that impact you, that gut punch you in the stomach with a question or a truth. Toni Morrison's Song of Solomon is my favorite book. The opening scene alone, in my opinion, is enough to make it one of the greatest pieces of American literature. I also love David Mitchell's Cloud Atlas. That book is a masterpiece, and I will read everything he ever writes because of it. I like Raymond Carver's short stories, but who doesn't, really? Neil Gaiman's The Truth is a Cave in the Black Mountains is also legit if you're into short stories. I mention these because they're the kinds of books that I read and I think, I will never be as good as this. But they still make me want to sit down and write. It's also interesting to me that these favorites are less about the truth they're communicating and more about the way that they are communicating it, which says something to me about how I feel about, style. Musically, I think my ideal is tempered by what I can actually achieve. I like all different kinds of music, but most of it I cannot replicate. I cannot scream like Lacey. My rap voice sounds more like Kermit the Frog. I think my ideal is something like the Oh Hellos. Hello My Old Heart is my jam. I listen to them and I think, I could do this. One guy I just discovered on Spotify is Austin Plain. He sings a song called Never Come Back Again, among others. Not only are these the kind of sounds that I like, they inspire me to record. So I know what I want to make, what will leave me feeling satisfied. You know what you want to make. How do we get there? As you alluded to in your video, it's about distilling, refining, making something small very well. Craft a sentence, not a novel. What if I could just write an opening scene that's in the same neighborhood as the opening scene in Song of Solomon? Maybe that's even aiming too high. Making stuff requires a balance between what I'll call the tech and the flow. To grow, you've got to learn to develop technical skills like editing or grammar and structure, but you've also got to channel that creative flow, reaching into the heavens and pulling down beautiful things to behold. And that's more the realm of inspiration or transcendence. So watching a movie and being inspired is the flow side. Trying to recreate it shot for shot and angle for angle is the tech side. Writing involves a lot of flow, just diving in and going for it and writing until the characters take over and start making decisions for themselves. But then you've got to refine that into something beautiful, and that's the tech side. So in what area, specifically, would you like to grow in the next month? The tech side or the flow side? Personally, I'd like to grow in my technical ability with regard to home recording. How can I get the best sounds out of the equipment that I have? Pen pals, let me know if you got any tips, and keep making stuff. There's links to all that artistic ideal stuff that I mentioned in the description below. And here's a link to Ford's video and the ongoing conversation. And when it comes to your artistic ideal, the things that inspire you, leave me some recommendations below. What should I read? What should I listen to? Tell me about it in the comments.